geez. Okay, so this one was either going to be really funny or really disturbing, depending on who you are. And honestly, I'm not sure which one I am. So this image was sent to me, and thank you to the person who sent it to me. This was so amazing that, you know what? I decided to record this at 1:30 in the morning. I wanted to make sure I was on top of this one. Hence the guerrilla style video, but, you know, what can you do? So anyway, this person's still using Lyft, which, you know, I have, full disclosure, I don't think you should do that. I have to be honest, and I have to be consistent. But I'm glad you're using it long enough to get this, because this is a little gem of a nugget. What a gem, a nugget, whatever you want to call it. So he's using Lyft, and he gets a ride, and it has a pickup note. And the pickup note says, for Robert, patient discharge from the hospital coming from the main entrance. Patient diagnosis with, well, you all know what it is. I mean, this kind of boggles my mind for a few reasons. First of all, I have to laugh because this is clearly a doctor or a nurse, and they're calling the Lyft for the patient, and okay, I understand that. But they're being extremely upfront about the fact that this person has the virus, which is good. I can see, I hope the person who sent me this image just kind of laughed and declined this thing. But you also kind of see the problem. You can kind of see why driving for Uber and Lyft is actually especially dangerous right now. I mean, look, the rides are down. People don't want to go out. The vast majority of people who are using Uber and Lyft are elderly people and people who need to go to the hospital because they suspect they have this thing. That's a bad combination. That's an extremely bad combination, because that means Uber and Lyft drivers are super likely to pick up someone who has this virus and super likely to pass the virus along to an elderly person who is more sustainable to die from it. And it also boggles the mind that doctors and nurses are actually calling Ubers and Lyfts for people who have tested positive for the virus. Like, does the social distancing thing mean nothing? Does the fact that you're not supposed to come into contact with these people? I mean, look, I guess if you decide to pick this up, then you have to self-quarantine for a couple of weeks, but who in their right mind would actually pick this person up? And thank goodness this is a nurse or a doctor and that they're actually pointing this out, because if they didn't point it out, this virus is getting spread to all the other passengers this driver is picking up. I mean, this is just wow. Like I said, I mean, oh, I wish I could insert an Owen Wilson wow in there. Like, wow, that's both funny and terrifying at the same time. That's a terrible impression. I'm so glad I'm not on camera to do that. But, yeah, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is what it's come to. This is what it's come to. Well, anyway, you know my advice, people. Please do not pick up these rides. I would personally prefer, for your sake and everyone's sake, that you also not drive this. But hey, you know what? You're all adults. At least you should be. And you're going to do what you're going to do. What's best for you. But yeah, if you see a note like this, this is one I think we can all agree you should just definitely reject, even if it's a huge tip. And if for some reason you decide to accept it, well, you should probably, I hope the tip is good, because you should really self-quarantine for a couple of weeks. This, I'm just looking at this thing and it's like, it's so funny and terrifying at the same time. I can't believe it. So anyway, folks, we're going to end it there. There's not much more to say. Like, the note says it all right there. Chances are you haven't even been paying attention to me. You've just been looking at disbelief of this pickup note and just wondering, like, is this really what it's come to? Like, we're actually doing this? Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'll talk to you folks later. You have a good day. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.